4, 5, and 6, again, they talk about the domain. This time we have something that has a square root, and when you have a square root, you can't have a negative number underneath the square root, so the value under the square root has to be greater than or equal to 0. So I'm just going to say the negative 6x plus 24 has to be greater than or equal to 0, and then I'm going to solve that. So I probably subtract my 24. And so negative 6x is greater than or equal to negative 24, dividing by my negative 6. Since I divided by a negative, I have to reverse my inequality. Negative 24 divided by negative 6 is a positive 4. Now they want you to put your answer using interval notation instead of inequality notation. So if you think about this on the number line, I'd have a filled in dot at 4. I go everything less than that, which means from left to right on my number line, I'm going from negative infinity to 4. I'm not including the infinity because I can't ever be on infinity, but I am including the 4 because you can take the square root of 0. And so my interval goes from negative infinity to 4, the bracket on the 4 end because I can have the 4. So number 5 on the top of the next page, same thing, I'm finding the domain of my square root function. I know the part that's under the square root, which in this case is 5x plus 20, has to be greater than or equal to 0, a positive number or 0, and then when I solve that, subtract my 20 and divide by my 5. On this one, I'm not going to flip my sign because I divided by a positive 5. So x is greater than or equal to negative 4. So on this one, if you think about it on the number line, I'm starting at negative 4. I'm going to positive infinity. And since I always go from left to right on my number line, my interval would look something sort of like that. Again, we are including the negative 4, but can't include infinity because it's a made-up thing. So on number 6, if I'm going to find the domain of my function, what am I going to do? Nobody wants to talk this afternoon. Thought you woke up when you ate lunch. No? So, my negative 3x minus 24, we start out by saying has to be greater than or equal to 0. So, when I solve that, what am I going to do? Add my 24. And divide by negative 3. My answer is then going to be x is less than or equal to negative 8 because I have to flip my sign since I divided by a negative. So in interval notation, how do I write x is less than or equal to negative 8?
X is negative infinity, negative 8.
Parenthesis there, bracket there, right? So from negative infinity to negative 8.